What's good, everybody? My name is Aaron Peoples. I attend the illustrious Alabama State University located in Montgomery, Alabama. There I am a current second semester sophomore where I study business management as well as accounting. Now, as you see from the title of this video is about the ROTC Air Force program at Alabama State University. ROTC stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps. Now, in the United States Air Force, we offer 3 platforms to commissioning as an officer, which is the United States Air Force Academy, number 2 being United States ROTC program, which is the Reserve Officer Training Corps, where you can go to various universities and commission there in the program, as well as the final one, which is the OTS program, which stands for Officer Training School, where typically most enlisted members go through. Now, in this video, I will discuss a day in life as well as the requirements. Also, I will go over some of the uniforms that we wear in ROTC. Let's get into it. Everybody, and we're back. Air Force ROTC provides you the opportunity to become a United States Air Force officer while completing your college degree. Now, in ROTC, if you have been accepted to your university, you are eligible to try out Air Force ROTC. Now, the basic requirements you need to be focused on are meeting and maintaining a 2.0 GPA, as well as meeting the minimum requirement of study hours, which is 12 study hours. Now, and of course, being in the Army or Air Force, as well as Marine Corps and Navy, you need to be able to meet the basic health requirements, as well as take a physical and be able to pass the fitness test. Okay, I joined the Air Force for many reasons, so to speak. Of course, just like any other person, typically when joining the military, I joined the military because, one, I want to, increase my financial opportunity. Not only that, but me personally, I've always wanted to be able to do this. I always wanted to be able to have structure in my life, as well as fly planes, man. I love flying planes. So my goal in the Air Force is to commission as an officer, being a special missions aviator. And I will come out with another video detailing more into that specific AFSC. Now, I wanted to also be able to create financial stability for my family, as well as my children's family. I also wanted to be able to create a opportunity for my child, and be able to create opportunity for my child to be able to go off to college. And also, I wanted, this is a personal goal of mine. I personally wanted to see, like, hey, am I truly bad enough to be what you're saying, to be in the United States Air Force? You always see people saying going into the Army. You always see people saying something about the Navy. You see a rare few that go into the Marines, but the Air Force particularly. And the reason I say the Air Force, I have family who's in the Air Force, and my family members have told me time and time again, it takes a special person to be in the Air Force. You see a lot of people go, oh, I want to be a Marine, oh, I want to be in the Army. But you only see a rare few who say they want to be in the Air Force and who get selected by the Air Force. So that is why I wanted to be in the Air Force. I wanted to show myself and prove to myself that, hey, I am man enough and I have what it takes to be in the United States Air Force. I have what it takes to be known as Second Lieutenant Aaron Peoples in the United States Air Force. The classes at Alabama State University. So at Alabama State University, I don't know how it's set up for every other college, but particularly at Alabama State University, the ROTC classes are considered as, or categorized as, aerospace studies. Now, that's also how we scale your level or your ranking in ROTC, which means you will be considered a 100, 200, and so on forth. Meaning that you are the cadet, a student cadet, and then you have the POC, which potential officer corps, which is the other level, upper level of being a cadet. But my process so far through my through my classes have been this. So my freshman year I was AS 100 for both my first and second semester. It was a great process. I enjoyed it. It was, for me particularly, it was a little overwhelming at sometimes because, you know, I was a student athlete at the time. I was a walk-on for the Alabama State University men's track and field. You feel me? Go Hornets. We are the reigning champions in track and field. For me particularly, it was overwhelming sometimes. Definitely, I'm man enough to admit that. I enjoyed my experience doing it. It did get, you know, saying it was hard. So for me personally, I'm man enough to admit, you know, I had to end up quitting because, you know, I had to make that decision for myself and my grades, you know, so my grades wouldn't take a toll because sometimes it started to make an impact on me, not only physically but mentally. So for me personally, you know, I had to take that role and, you know, be man enough to admit that, hey, I need to let go of that sport. But my experience with ROTC personally was enjoyable. I enjoyed every moment of it. I personally feel that, you know, my personal tip to you would be use your AS 100 and 200 first semesters as a first year to your advantage, because you can use that as your time to, you know, like trial and error, you know, so to speak. Use it as a free trial, so to speak. You know, it's your introduction to military life and, you know, the instructionals, as well as this. You know, it'll teach you how to run a military briefing, as well as, like, it'll teach you and it make you think that, hey, can I do this? Am I woman enough, or am I man enough to do this day in, day out? And that's why I say I enjoyed it, because it gave me the opportunity to, you know, slowly take baby steps into that military lifestyle, and I was appreciative of that, because I know some people, so to speak, when you go to BMT and everything, you can just get thrown into the fire, you know. When it comes to my second semester, or not my second semester, but my first semester here at Alabama State as a cadet second class, I have enjoyed it. It was definitely a little rocky because for myself personally, instead of doing RTC, I wanted to get some BMT experience, so I'm transitioning to the Air Force Reserve currently, so it was definitely kind of rocky with that. But all in all, you know, I was still able to finish the course with a B, and I enjoyed every second of it. Especially during this pre-COVID and everything, everything was still good. But now during COVID-19, it was kind of hard. You know, everything was online, even our PT sessions. So other than that, it was nice. I enjoyed it. In the RTC, you'll have, like I said before, you have certain levels. So you have AS 100s, you have your AS 200s, and as an AS 100, your basic uniform will be khaki pants, black shirt, and then, you know, your det t-shirt or polo. So what I mean by that is each detachment, that's what it's called, that's correct terminology. Each program, RTC program at each college, is known as categorized as a detachment center. So following that, you have your first initial PT test. Now doing so, you'll be able to receive your PT gear, and I'll have a picture listed next to me here. Your PT gear is typically your t-shirt, your shorts, your sweatshirt top, as well as the bottom. And then following that, once you pass, typically you receive that gear when you pass your initial first PT test, or depending on how your program is set up. Now following that as well, at Alabama State, typically your junior year, as well as your going into, you know, your contract years, which means you'll fully be on scholarship at your particular school, and then you'll be fully contracted, and then you'll be on your initial steps closer to becoming a United States officer. Doing so, that's when you receive your ABUs, or currently it used to be ABUs, but currently it's OCPs. So you'll be receiving your OCPs, and then, you know, you'll be on your main steps to becoming an officer.